Hey guys, so before I get started on my video, if you have not liked, shared, or subscribed, please go ahead and do that. That button is right around there somewhere. Mine is a little translucent, but go ahead and click on that if any of my videos has been an encouragement. Don't forget to share. You can comment respectfully, of course, and of course subscribe. So anyway, I want to continue talking on the video that I did earlier. I have one that just realizing that children are a gift from God. Children are a gift. Psalm 127:3 says that children are a gift from God. We find that we're living in a society where people have children, and a lot of times it's either out of convenience, it's to prove a point, it's to try to stabilize a relationship, or you want to load up on children so you can have better tax returns, more income tax returns. And sometimes they're just there to just do things around the house. But children are indeed a gift. When your womb has been blessed with a child, you need to realize that God allowed that to happen. Now, sometimes we look at our society and we wonder, how could God have allowed this person to have a child? But you know what? God is God. Things happen. And that person chose to mistreat that child or to do the unthinkable to that child. And let's just keep praying for our children. But one of the things I want to talk about here is those of you, okay, you're not murdering, you're not killing your children, but a lot of you are mistreating your children. As parents, once we decide that we are going to become parents, once you decide that you're going to have that child, a lot of times there are some, not everybody, okay? So this message doesn't go for everyone, but there's some people, you have your child and you happy and that's it, okay? You think this is a way to get you in this relationship or keep this man, or you on the side, so now you want to have a baby with him, or whatever the case may be. So you use the children as a weapon against the parent, whatever. But there are people who, you have kids and you're just not going to take care of them. You don't cook for your children, you don't clean, you don't make them breakfast, you don't make them food, you don't do things, and you have all the milk and the basic things on the second shelf, or you got a step stool so that child could get up there and fend for themselves. You teach them how to make certain things so they know how to do it for themselves or to feed their little brothers and sisters. And I want to tell you that, guys, I understand everybody's situation is different. I cannot say what your circumstances are, but 9 times out of 10, you're doing those things because sometimes you sleeping in from a long night. Oh, you sleeping in, or you had a long day at work. But guess what, guys? Children are not these little extras and supplements that you treat any old type of way. They're not these side orders that you decide you want some or you don't. They are a part of everything that you do. Just like you get up and you go to work and you do what you need to do, your children are your responsibility. Providing for them, cooking for them, making sure they have clean clothes, that is a part of your job. You may not have the money to get them all the best things, but what you have for them, you take care of it. You make sure it's clean. You make sure your children have something good to eat. Don't just go out there and buy Lunchables and buy them little things. I understand if you are poor and you just don't have it, then you can only do the best that you can. But sometimes some people, they're not doing their best. They're doing the bare minimum. They don't want to cook. They don't feel like doing this. Your kid's eating foolishness and you eating the best of everything. You eating rib tips. You cooking a meal, you get up and cook real good for that man, you get up and cook real good for that woman, but you're gonna give your kids whatever. You take care of a man before you take care of your own children. You take care of a woman before you look out for your own. Some of you I understand you may have to work, but sometimes the extra time that you have, you using that time to go run behind somebody, to do whatever, to lay down. I don't want to cook for y'all shut up, y'all. That's not the way children are to be treated. And you have to realize that the angels, your angels, how do I put this? This is in the Bible. The face of that child's angel is before the Lord all the time. You better believe that child that's defenseless, when you are beating or doing anything just wrong to that child or the children, You think that when you close the blinds and close the doors that nobody sees or hears, but there is a unseen guest that sees and hears the cries of your children. You must give your children the best you can give them, even if you're poor, even if you don't have it all. That's why it's always important, guys, that we are not glamorizing teen pregnancies. We're not glamorizing just having a baby. You know, you want to have a baby. We're going to have a baby and we don't need a man for that. We're going to have a baby and we don't need a woman for that. And I don't need to stay home because, you know, we have a nanny and we have a babysitter. Well, there's a certain way that society has a family, and the way it has been, the way the family has been with the mom and the dad, and the dad working and mom is home with the kids, that's frowned upon now. That's looked at as old-fashioned. But while society is getting what they want, and the feminine groups and the same-sex relationships, and everybody's getting what they want, how is it affecting the children? You may say to yourself, oh, we're all happy. Are they? I'm going to be here to tell you that children that are raised by their families, by their parents, by their mothers, I think most kids, even when I was in the military, I tried as much as I could to be there for my children. You understand? I wasn't always perfect. There's no perfect parent. But as much as possible, I want to be there for my children. Now that I'm retired, I can easily go get a job or go do whatever. I can easily put my kids in daycare, and so I can have my whole day up until 6 p.m. to do what I need to do. But I take time now to get them, to drop them off, to pick them up. Anything I got to do needs to be done before 1:30, okay? Because that's when I need to be heading back and be able to go get them. I'm not downgrading anyone because everyone's situation is different. Sometimes you as a mother or father are doing the best that you can with what you have, and I commend you for that. But what I'm saying is there are others who they're not doing their best. There are others who are just recklessly having children, leaving them with their grandma, leaving them with their parents, doing all these different things, running the streets, hiding them from the new man that they don't want them to know have kids, or having, not bringing them around the woman that don't like their children, or don't like kids. And so the children are suffering. Children are a gift. Children are a blessing. What you do now, what you say now, if you're downgrading your children, if you're calling your children ugly, stupid, dumb, you look like your daddy, you look like your mom, you're never going to be nothing, you don't care for them, you break their esteem. They're in the most impressionable and most vulnerable stages in their lives, and you abuse them and you treat them like that, and then they go to school and become everybody else's problems, because a lot of times they're going to go through what you call displacement. So what they experience at home, they take it out there and they do it in the school. And if the school can't get them under control, then they're going to put them in these alternative settings. And they'll be in the alternative settings, and if they don't change at that time, then now they're going to be in the delinquent system. And if they're in the delinquent system and they don't change there, then once they become an adult, they'll be in the prison system. You understand? So how we treat our children is very, very important. Take the time to cook for your kids. Take the time to clean up. It's not enough. No, you ain't doing them no favors by making, I provide a roof. That's the bare minimum. It's not enough that you giving them a roof over their heads. The Word of God says, this is something that may not necessarily think for a second, it's better to live on the rooftop of a house than with a nagging woman. Now, it can be nagging man or woman, but it says it's better to live on a rooftop. So let me put it like this. It's not enough for you to just have a roof over that family's head, over those children's head. If you as a man or a woman is giving your kids hell up in that house. You understand that? Stop looking at children as if they're just little nobodies, little minions that you made with no feelings. They have feelings. They deserve to be cooked for. You clean, you love them, you do the best you can. You got to go to work, I get it. But come home from work, take care of your kids. Let them know that they are loved. Just because you went through something don't mean you get to pass the baton of pain and negligence to your children. If you're yelling and you're screaming and you're giving them hell all the time, you're forming a hardness in them. After a while, they ain't going to even cry anymore because their heart is hurt. Your pain and your hurt and the things that you pass on to your kids is based on what you've experienced. And you can't look back at your mom and dad or however it was to say, well, y'all did that to me and this is your fault. No, you have to get to a place where you can treat them better. I come from a Christian perspective based on my thing, but in addition to going to God and asking the Lord to change your heart and to help you to be a better parent, you also may need to go to counseling. That's why they're there. They have counselors, they have doctors. As much as we believe the Lord for healing, you got to go to the hospital when something is wrong, right? But seek ye first the kingdom of God. Seek God so he can help you to build your house, to build your home, to mend those relationships. And if this pierces your heart, then you can even go to your children and say, I am sorry. You're a parent. You're not a warden. You're a parent. You're not a bailiff. You're a parent. You're not an executioner. You're a parent. You're not a judge. You're a parent. You're not a jury. If you are your child's worst enemy, and you are, because you're the closest thing to their heart, if you are your child's worst enemy, how do you expect them to feel in a world where nobody else is going to love them more than you? Now, don't get it wrong. God can provide people around them. But you know what? It's never going to take that sting from what they experienced or what they were denied by you. Get before God. Get before God, guys. This is very, very serious. Children are a gift from God. Get it right. If you're watching this video, it's not by chance. It's not by coincidence that you're watching it. This may be for you. This may be for someone else. All right, guys, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.